I want to do a quick video regarding a noise that my bike was making after doing the swap over of all my SRAM red components from my Canyon to the Melee. I got a new chain, a new cassette. Otherwise, everything else was the old setup, which had about 20,000 miles on it over the years I owned the Canyon. So basically what was happening is in the small rings, or on the small ring, I should say, putting about 180 to 200 watts through the bike, it would creak. It sounded like it was rubbing the front derailleur. Here's this video of that, or a couple of videos of that noise, so you can get an idea of what I'm talking about. So as you can see, making a pretty god-awful noise there. And took it back to the shop a couple times for adjustments. On the stand, when you adjusted it, the noise would go away. As soon as you put a decent amount of watts through the bike, you would hear the noise. And as it turns out, the owner of the shop, I think it was the third time I was over there, he's like, we have had a few people who have had similar situations where they've swapped, an older crankset with a new chain making similar noises. And turns out I did a bunch of reading, and it's a pretty common thing with SRAM. And it's so common, in fact, that they give you half off when replacing the rings if you need to do that. And they basically it's like a warranty through them. Still expensive. It was like $466 for the new rings. This is a power meter version. So the big ring, little ring are connected, and the electronics for the power meter actually go through both of the rings apparently. So you can only do that in a group. Kind of a bummer, because like if you wanted to have, size 50 or 53s, whatever, with the paired inside ring, you have to swap them basically all completely out. So that's what it ended up being. The new chain was apparently, for some reason, not riding properly on that small ring, and it was making that creaking noise. And again, like I said, it's a pretty common problem. I rode the mountain today, just got back from Hawaii. I was there for 2 weeks working, and it was great. Not a single noise. There was no noise at all riding the big ring. You could put as much power through that as you want on the older set of rings. And now I don't have any noise with either of them, which is great. So super stoked for that. Very excited that everything is dialed in. Sucks to have to spend another $450, but hopefully these last a while. I did read one post where I think somebody's rings were making noise on them after like 7,500 miles or something, or maybe it was kilometers, I can't remember, but not good, right? These things should not wear out like that. I've never had that problem with any other bike that I've owned with more miles on the crank. So I have had the problem with a new chain and an old cassette where it makes noise, but never with rings before. So anyway, if you're having this problem, go to your local bike shop. They can run a warranty process through SRAM for you, and it's still going to cost you about $450 to get new rings, but at least it's an option. It's something SRAM does. That's about it for now. Hope everyone's doing well. More updates on the Melee to come.